Okay, guys, so for September, my goal was to read more Norwegian because I had gone through my list of read books for 2016 and it was not as many Norwegian books as I should have read. So I decided that my September challenge would be read more Norwegian books. And this is going to be my wrap up for September. So the first book I read in September was Holke by Helene Uri. Holke means that it's really slippery outside. It's like ice and very hard to walk on. And this was an ARC, an advanced reader's copy that I got. I kind of won it on Instagram actually from the publisher. And I really enjoyed it. It was a good book. It's about an elderly couple and they can't go outside their flat because it's so slippery they can't walk. This is January in Oslo, and we all know that this can actually happen. They're not really good at making it safe to walk outside for elderly often. So it's about the elderly couple who's been married for many years, and how they tackle to be cooped up inside. And it doesn't really go very well. There's all these underlying things that had happened earlier in their marriage, and it kind of boils. It's been kind of simmering underneath the surface, and now everything kind of pops up. And it's a really interesting read about a couple and about marriage and what is a real marriage and things like that. So the next book I read, or actually I reread it because I've read it before, was Odinsbarn by Siri Pettersen. This was pretty much a comfort read for me. It's the first book in the Raven Ring series, and I still don't understand why they haven't translated it into English. It doesn't make any sense. I think it will be, it will have been so popular for English language readers because it's so good. It's fantasy. It's based on Norse myths and stuff like that. So this was pretty much a comfort reading for me. This is my signed copy by Siri Pettersen. It's such a great trilogy. It really should be translated into English. It's been translated into Swedish and Finnish and a few other languages as well. So come on, English-speaking publishers, translate this. It's so good. I'm not going to talk about what it's about because then it'll take forever. The next book I read was Et norsk hus, which means a Norwegian house, by Vigdis Hjorth. This is the first book I've read by this author. The author was recommended to me by someone on Instagram actually, and I really enjoyed this book. It's about a woman, divorced woman, and she rents out part of her house to a foreign family. And it's kind of a we and them sort of story, how this family and they don't speak very well Norwegian. And yeah, there's a conflict there and a lot of other things. It was an interesting read. I enjoyed it. The next book I actually read was not a Norwegian book. Oh no! It was On Writing by Stephen King that I started reading before October, but I didn't really get around to finish it before October. And I borrowed it at the library as an interlibrary loan, so I needed to finish it. So I did that and handed it in, so I don't have a copy of it. And yeah, it's a really good book on writing, and I found it very interesting. It's the kind of book I'd like to own, but I haven't bought it as of yet. I think I'll have it on my wish list for my birthday because October is my birthday month. So we'll see. Maybe I'm lucky and get that book for my birthday. Okay, so I have to admit that I didn't finish Forbannet in September, but I did start it in September, and I kind of intended to finish it, but I have finished it now. So it's just the 2nd of October, so I kind of going to include it into my September reads. It's the second book of the Kida series by Tonje Tornes. And it's Norwegian fantasy, just like Odinsbarn is Norwegian fantasy. It's quite dark. This one. It's the main character gets kind of cursed, things like that. The title has a double meaning in Norwegian, which fits very well with the book. However, the double meaning does not translate at all into English, which is kind of a sad thing. It's quite dark, which I really liked. It's a lot darker than the first book, Huldud, and I really enjoyed this book as well. So that was my September reads. Yeah, and I am now looking forward to my October reads. I had a video about that earlier, a tuber reader video, and I've started reading those books. I might even add some books to the list, who knows? I'm not very good at keeping to a list to be read always. Well, but we'll see. So yeah, that's it for today, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!